Build tool.
It's a data
Build tool.
build tool. What's the purpose of this data build tool? Mainly for
Transformation.
data transformation purpose, we can able to. It's a data build tool mainly for a data transformation purpose. It will take raw data. So DBT will be coming into picture. We'll get so cleansing and transformed data will be available. It's a data build tool mainly for a data transformation. It will take the raw data. DBT will be coming into picture. It will get the transformed data will be available with the help of DBT component. So before going on, let me understand what is ETL processes and ELT process. Okay, so this is important. So what is ETL abbreviation? Anyone? What is ETL abbreviation?
Extract, transform, load.
Extract, transform, load.
Extracting the data from data sources. What are the data sources? It can be Oracle, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Netezza or anything, Netezza, Greenplum. So it is used to extract data from different sources. What data we are trying to extract? Raw data, transform data, raw data. Okay. What is T? Abbreviation for T? Abbreviation for T? So transform. Okay, see? Transform the raw data into transformed data. Transform. So data will be transformed, data will be available. What is L? Loading what type of data? Loading the transformed data. Transform data into the data warehouse. Data warehouse, nothing but what? It can be Snowflake. It can be Redshift. Listen carefully. Redshift or Synapse or BigQuery. Okay, so here you need to understand. Now in the ETL process, in the data warehouse, what type of data we are getting? We are getting transform data is available. So what about ELT processes? Tell me. Extracting the raw data from different sources. Simple only. See, extracting the raw data from data sources. What is L? Loading the raw data into the data warehouse. What data warehouse? Tell me what data warehouse we're having. What data warehouse?
Snowflake.
Snowflake, Redshift, Synapse, or BigQuery.
Database.
Okay, see anything. Okay, see. Now ELT. What is T? Transforming the raw data. Now tell me where exactly the transformation is happening, the ELT process within data warehouse or outside data warehouse? So see, if you see now, in the ETL processes, the transformation is done by the ETL tool itself. Okay, now transform data will be available in my data warehouse. But in the ELT process, what type of, where exactly the transformation is happening in the data warehouse? So by seeing this one, where exactly DBT will fit? In the ETL process or ELT processes? Tell me.
ELT process.
ELT process. See one more time. If you see now what happened. So see, so DBT will fit in ELT data pipelines. With the help of DBT, I can build ELT data pipelines. Okay, simple thing. So DBT nothing but it's a data build tool. Mainly for what? Mainly for data transformation purpose. So raw data will be available. So DBT guy will be coming into picture and will get transform data will be available. Now question is that what, where exactly DBT will fit? In the ETL pipelines or ELT pipeline? The ELT data pipelines. This is the functional. Tell me DBT is an ETL tool or ELT tool?
ELT tool.
So DBT is not an ETL tool or ELT tool. Mostly focus on the transformation part. It is not an ETL tool, not an EL. It's mainly for transformation purpose. It won't extract data. It only transform the data. So what is the abbreviation for DBT? It is used to transform the data that has been, simple thing, has been available in the data platform. What it means, tell me? It is used to transform the data that is already available in the data platform. Data platform nothing but Snowflake, BigQuery, Synapse, Redshift. So here you need to understand what somebody needs to put our data in the data platform. DBT will connect, it will transform, it will cleanse, and it will use this data. Got the point? So this is the functionality. One more time. If you see this PPT, you'll get a little bit clarity on it. Okay, see, simple thing. Okay, understand the functionality, what exactly this guy is doing. Okay, see. So DBT, it's a data build tool. So what's the purpose of this data build tool? Mainly for use for data transformation. It's not an ETL tool, not an ELT tool. It is mostly focused on what? Focus on the transformation part. Raw data will be available. DBT will be coming into picture. We'll get the transform data. See, simple thing one more time. So use for data transformation. It's not an ETL tool or ELT tool. Mostly focus on the T part, it is transformation part. So DBT is there. So raw data is coming. So DBT will connect to thing and get transform data. So see, with the help of DBT, what we can do: coding, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage. Tell me what is deployment meaning. We'll see in detail in each step in Snowflake. One separate session will be there for each and every topic. Tell me what is deployment meaning. Deployment meaning. Anyone?
Move
What's
code to an actionable item.
Moving
see?
data from dev to
Not
other
data.
environment.
So
Stage
moving
to
the
production.
code
Code.
or DDLs. Okay, DDLs are scripts from one environment to other
Another environment.
environment. Okay, so this is the concept of code migration, code release, or code deployment. Okay, so simple thing. So so in real time now, how many environments will be there? Will we have dev, nothing but development environment. So test environment, UAT, SIT, so pre-prod, sandbox. Okay. So then prod. See, in the real time, we have multiple instances or environments, development, testing, user acceptance testing, system integration testing, pre-production, sandbox, and production environment. Tell me, as a part of developer, where you'll have complete access, read and write access for developer in which instance?
Dev.
Dev instance. Testing people will work on which instance? UAT, SIT, all these things, testing people. Ultimately, client will use the which environment? Which environment? The production environment. Ultimately, this is for development, remaining for testing perspective. This is the client or the end user. Suppose I have developed hundreds of models. Okay, hundreds of macros. Tell me now what happened. Now this models macros, I want to migrate to test UAT prod. Now what's the concept is coming in picture? That is CI/CD concept. What is CI/CD concept? So continuous integration, continuous deployment. Tell me what is CI/CD pipelines? Moving our code from one instance to other instance. So before moving now, after developing this code, where I want to put our models, or the code or the scripts. Anyone, any idea? Tell me. After developing any functionality or anything, where I want to put our code? In the GitHub code repository. See, after developing any code, we want to put in a code repository or version control. Tell me why we want to put our code in the code repository or version control. Reason? Why?
Sir, do we do the same thing for the Snowflake as well?
Snowflake,
Snowflake, we don't do this, right?
Snowflake, we need to copy manually and we need to do. Or else like there is a integration is there. When I go here, no, go to Snowflake.
So same thing can't be done for DBT?
Now see if it's no snow, there is a integration. Market. So see, there is Git repositories there. So we can, so there is some setup required. But if see in Snow in the DBT, now what happened? So in the DBT, okay, see, if you see what we are trying to convey, if you see, there is a, if you click this one, what is this one? Tell me, this is what? GitHub. So GitHub is mainly for what? Version controlling. So what happened? We can easily integrate our code with GitHub. So this is one advantage. Okay, advantage of DBT is that what? We can easily integrate our code with GitHub. So see, mainly for what? Mainly for version controlling or code collaboration. See, what is code collaboration? Because we'll work as a team, our code need to be visible to other developers. This is the concept of code collaboration. So with the help of DBT, I can easily integrate with GitHub or version controlling all these things. Got the point? See, if you see now what happened. So once we commit, what happened? Our code will be available in the GitHub so that other developers will try to work and they can able to see the code. So see, one advantage of DBT server, I can easily integrate with GitHub or version controlling the functionality. Got the point? So this is one advantage. So we need to see, remember, whatever we can do with Snowflake, we can do with DBT. So, but advantage that what? So we can easily integrate our code with GitHub. Same thing, one more use case is that what? Supposing I'm having one employee table. In this employee table, employee ID column is same. Now I want to find duplicate records there or not. How to find duplicate records there or not? Generally we need to write SQL query. Select, tell me, employee ID, count of star from EMP table. What's the thing? So group by all having count of star greater than 1. Now question is that what? See, now if I want to find the duplicates, I want to write the code manually. But if see in DBT now what happened? So in the DBT, go to DBT. See, so simply put employee table, employee ID. Now what happened now? I want to find duplicate records are there. See, simply what I am writing. So employee table, employee ID column, unique test, not null test. So see what I want to convey is that in DBT, don't write the code manually. Just to put the columns, DBT will try to do the logic internally. One more time, I am putting the table name and the column names. So if I put like this, what happened? DBT will try to do the testing internally and it will try to make it working. So one more time. So with the help of DBT, what happened? CACD, continuous integration, continuous deployment, code repository or version control we can perform easily. The deployment we can perform easily. And one more thing, testing. There are inbuilt testing functionalities there. What testing functionality? So singular test and generic test. Okay, see what happened. See, there are, see what happened in Snowflake, there are inbuilt testing functionalities are there. What testing functionalities? Singular test, generic test, custom generic test. With the help of this functionality, what happened? I can have the data quality can be done easily. This is the functionality. So one more time. So with the help of DBT, what I can perform? Development, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage. So these are the advantage. With the help of, I can develop the code easily. I can test. I can deploy. I can document. I can, so see data. We'll see the same thing in detail. See, if you see now what happened. So this is nothing but CI/CD. So orchestration, nothing but what? So we can able to integrate the code from one instance to other instance. CI/CD concept. So if you see, this is what we can easily integrate with code with GitHub. So if any changes now, if you commit, data will be pushing into the GitHub so that other users can able to take the code and they can able to get it done. So this is the concept of CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment, orchestration concept, and the same thing testing. So just to put the code and we can able to make it working. If you see what happens, see this is what. So my second DBT model, this is the first DBT model. So we can, so this is what this object, this is the upstream, this is the downstream. How can I find the dependency? This is nothing but data lineage. So what is data lineage? Anybody can able to tell what is data lineage? Anyone? Tell me. What is data lineage? See. So if you see this image, what happened? See, we can able to easily understand. See, there are so many objects are there. Suppose I want to backtrace this object is how it getting transformed. See, so from the stores, locations. So order items. See, we can able to understand. This is called as data lineage. So dependencies between multiple objects can be found easily. What about in normal database? If I want to find, make use of ER tools or Erwin tools. Some third-party tools we need, but what happened in DBT? So simply by using ref command, we can do the dependencies can be easily understood. So by using DBT ref function. So if you see this image, okay, see this image. So this object is dependent on this object. So we can find easily the dependence, nothing but data lineage. So this is the functionality. Same thing if you see one more use case. See, this is the concept of documentation. See, the entire project documentation can be easily understood. Tell me, after developing, testing, deployment, we want to maintain the documentation. In DBT, just use one command. So DBT docs generate. So for the entire DBT projects, DBT will try to generate the documentation. One more time. So with the help of DBT, I can perform development, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage. So one more time, if you're not able to understand. So what is DBT? It's a data build tool. Main purpose of DBT is for data transformation. So raw data is coming. So DBT will connect and it will do the transform data will be available. So with the help of DBT, I can able to develop the ELT data pipelines. Pipelines nothing but moving the data from one data source to Snowflake or Redshift or BigQuery. I can able to test. There are inbuilt testing functionalities there, singular test and generic test. And I can able to deploy CI/CD concept. I can able to integrate with GitHub easily. Then documentation. With the help of DBT, I can work on the documentation part. Same thing now, what happened then? Okay, development, data lineage. So dependencies can be easily understood with the help of DBT. Got the point? That is the functionality. Same thing. So we are generally will follow what? In the real time, we'll follow medallion architecture. Tell me what is medallion architecture? Anyone, any idea? Tell me. What is medallion architecture? So tell me, should you know? Tell me what is medallion architecture?
Silver layer, bronze
So
layer.
bronze layer. Okay, see bronze layer, very, very important. Bronze layer, silver layer, gold layer. Okay, see. So this is called as landing zone. Okay, landing zone. So we'll see the same thing in detail. Landing zone. This is staging layer and this is final layer. So we are trying to migrate data from on-premises to Snowflake. We'll follow this medallion architecture. See, Oracle is there. From Oracle, we want to get into Snowflake. Now what happened? Tell me, this is Oracle database on-premises. This is a cloud. Now which guy is coming to picture to move the data from one source to other source? Which guy? Which guy will come in picture? The ELT tools like what? Fivetran, okay, Airbyte, okay, Stitch. So these are some ELT tools are available. They try to load the data into Snowflake. This is the raw data. Now my raw data is available in the data platform. Now which guy is available? Which guy will come into picture? Which guy will come into picture? Now my data is available. Now DBT guy. So DBT guy will connect it and will try to do the transformation. Nothing but data cleansing, nulls handling. So deduplication, data formatting. So date formatting. All this thing will be performed by DBT, and this will be given to whom? To the data consumers like Power BI guys. Okay, simple thing. If you see this image, you'll get clarity. So with the help of DBT, coding, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage. Okay, see, easy testing. So reusable code. Tell me in Snowflake, if I want the reusable code, what concept will come into picture in Snowflake? The
Functions,
procedures, user-defined function, user-defined tabular function, user-defined secure function. So same thing in DBT. If I want to write the reusable code, making use of macros and JINJA. CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous deployment, we can perform easily. Data lineage, so documentation. Same thing now it supports modularity. See what happened? What is modularity? Anybody tell us what is modularity? Like models, if you see what happened, so in the dbt project.yaml, if we scroll down, see what happened. So this is the advantage. See, so dbt support modularity. Now what happened now? I want to create suppose like see, I want to go for share folders. Okay, or else I want to go for sanitization folder. Okay, so we want to group related items in this share folder, sanitize folder, or core, nothing but it's a modules. Okay, see, okay, correlated models we can put in this core models. Sanitation of components, you can see, you need to understand what. So DBT supports modeler, nothing but we can create models. Now suppose see, I want to work on the data cleanse, I'll put in the sanitation. I want to work on data sharing, I'll put in the share folder. Like this way, you can able to DBT support modularity. And DBT supports easily work on SCDs. What is SCDs? Tell me, DBT can handle easily the SCDs. What is SCDs? Anyone?
Slowly changing
Slowly
changing
dimensions. Tell me in the real time will work on what type of dimensions? Mostly SCD1 and SCD2. What is SCD1?
Where we
SCD.
maintain history.
So latest data we need to handle. What about SCD2?
Where we maintain
historical data.
Historical data plus latest data, we need to work on it. So suppose same thing, if I want to perform in Snowflake, what concept will come into picture? The merge concept, the stream concept, the task concept. But if here what happened, DBT, if you see, if you scroll right, see, go for if incremental. See, if I want to work on the incremental data, I can work on incremental data. Same thing, if I work on snapshot, so see, I can work, this is the SCDs concept. So here you need to just, you no need to write the logic, just to put the column names, DBT will try to take the handle. So see, simple thing. So DBT have the inbuilt testing functionality. It can handle the incremental data. It can handle the historical data easily. So this is the concept of DBT. With the help of DBT, I can develop, I can test, I can deploy, I can document, I can perform the data lineage, modularity can perform easily. Then I can perform the SCDs. Okay, incremental concept and historical concept, I can work easily. That's what the functionality of DBT. Got the point? And I can easily integrate with GitHub. So code collaboration can be performed easily. Got the point? The same thing, if you see a little bit clarity will get. Okay, see the same functionality. See, this is important. If you're able to understand, entire DBT will be simple and easily. Data migration. Tell me, as of now, most of the projects are data migration project. What is data migration projects? Tell me, anyone? Like moving the data from one data source. Data source, nothing but what? It can be Oracle, SQL Server, okay, Netasm, Greenplum, Teradata. So many data sources will be there. So we are trying to migrate data to Snowflake or Redshift or BigQuery, depends on the things. Now what happened now? Raw data will be available. So now why the companies are moving to Snowflake or anything? Because of cost cutting, SaaS model. Because of all these reasons, what happened? Companies are migrating to Snowflake. See, this is important. Listen carefully. Good.
Sir, but Snowflake is for this one, right? Online analytical. See, the Oracle and the SQL Server, Postgres, they are ETL transactions, right?
For OLTP transactions.
OLTP, sorry, yeah, OLTP transactions. But this is for the reporting purpose or something, right? Both the purposes are different.
No. So see, I'll tell. Once you complete, I'll get that. So let me complete. See now what happened. So my source data is my client. Client is having source data is in the flat files, JSON files, in the on-premises data, in the cloud data. Now see what happened. So see now what happened. Now assume like my client is having data in different sources in different region. Now what happened? Now clients wants to migrate to Snowflake. So now tell me now why they are migrating, because of cost cutting, because of ease of maintenance, because of huge volumes, because of performance. What happened? Client is decided to move their historical data to Snowflake. Now see what happened. Now which guys come in picture? The ELT tool like Fivetran or anything. Now what type of data we're 1 second, hold on.
Sure.
See now what happened. Now what type of data we are getting here? Tell me, it's a raw data. Now raw data, nothing but what? So it's a ELT, extracting data, loading the raw data. Now data is available in my data platform. Now which guy is coming to picture? Tell me. And now already data is available in my data platform. Which guy is coming to picture? The DBT. So what we discussed, tell me, what is DBT definition? See this definition. It is, okay, see this definition we discussed it here somewhere. See where somewhere it is. Okay. So it is used to transform the data that has been already available in my data platform. See now my data is available in the data platform. Now which guys coming to picture? DBT guys coming. So it is data is already available in my data platform. DBT will connect. What it will do? It will get transformed data. With the help of DBT, what I can do? I can develop inbuilt testing functionalities there. We can easily integrate with GitHub, documentation, data lineage, version control. This transform data who will consume ultimately? The reporting people. So see, they can able to. So this transform data will be consumed by reporting people, AI people, machine learning people, data science people. One more time. So let me complete. You can ask the question. See, now we need to understand this functionality. See, my client is having data in multiple data sources like CSV data, JSON data, Parquet data, okay, or Oracle database, on-premises data. So same thing, cloud data. Now what happened? Now client is asking to migrate to Snowflake because of their cost cutting. Assume like they want to reduce the cost. That's why what they are trying to migrate data to Snowflake. Now what happened? Now what type of data we're having? Raw data we're having. So raw data nothing but, so see, as this data, it's a table data, it's a table data. Now what happened? Now raw data is available. Now I want to data cleansing. I want to remove special characters. I want to handle null things. I want to perform deduplication. Now data is already available. Now which guys come into picture? The DBT guy. So what is getting? Transform data. So it is used to take the data that has been already available and get a transform data. Now development, testing, deployment, documentation, modularities, SCDs, so packages concept, version control. Because of all these reasons, what happened? Right now, every companies are using DBT for data transmission. The transform data who will consume by the reporting people. See, this is one thing. So one thing is that what? So cloud data lake is coming picture. The other thing is that what? So directly we are trying to load into Snowflake with the help of Fivetran, any ETL tools or ELT tools loading. Now what happened? So we are getting this functionality. So bring data, raw data, DBT connect, transform data, will get this functionality. So this is the project flow. See, same thing. If you work for any project, the sources will be different. The process will be same thing. If you know DBT, you can work on Snowflake, Redshift, BigQuery, or anything. So this data loaders, they're taking the data, they dump into Snowflake, raw data. Now we need to work on the data cleansing, data transformation, documentation, deployment. How can you perform with the help of DBT? Ask your question.
Sir, the second step, right? See, we are using the ELT tool to bring the data, ELT or ETL tool. See, ELT tool itself is extract, load, and transform, right? So the
No,
purpose is
transform is
loading and
no only for
Okay.
loading. These are data loaders.
no, but
So this
no, no, I am getting it. But see, when we are the purpose is for loading, but when we see the tool, right, the tool has the capability to transform. See, when
so the
we
so see one second. See complicate logic. No, this can't able to handle and say expensive things. Suppose see what happened. Simple use case. Suppose see what happened. So you are saying like what the ETL tool can able to perform the transformation itself. See. One
yeah,
second.
right. So that is the question. Yeah.
So ELT tool or ETL tool, they can able to transform data. So see now what happened, tell me, suppose see from the Oracle, I'm having one employee table is there. Okay, now what you're trying to say now, assume like, so some ELT tool or ETL tool is there. Now transformation happened. Now what happened now in the Snowflake or Redshift? Now what we're getting? We are getting transform data. Now later points transform data. Now what happened? Assume like some data mismatch or something happened or data has been deleted. Okay, now where is our data? Suppose if data I want to bring my source data, how to bring the source data? Suppose in the Oracle database. So now from 2020, suppose like 2010 to 2025, it contains the historical data. Okay, see historical data. Now what happened? Now client is suggesting from 2010 to 2020. So bring the data. So from 2010 to 2020. So try to migrate this data to Snowflake. Now we have migrated. After migrating, what happened? I need to delete from Oracle database. Now question is that what something, so see now in now 2010 to 2020 data is available where right now in Snowflake itself. It's a transform data. Now with the help of ETL tool or ELT tool, I have transformed the data. Now question is that what later point of time, I want to see my original data. Is it Paula?
See, for this, right, what they do is, see, the file will be dropped into S3. From S3,
No, so see some companies, so see these companies will follow this approach. Some companies will follow this approach. Then where is S3? No, if S3, so some companies, they don't want to maintain one more time. That's why what? So right now, what happened in the Snowflake? Raw data will be available. So see, you're saying this one. So see, this is functionality. But what happened? Some companies, why I need to pay again for, okay, from S3 or Azure or ADLS. So I don't want to pay again for more things. So for this purpose, what? I'll go for Snowflake. Now raw data will be available. So with the help of DBT, we are not touching the raw data. Raw data will be there as is. On the top of raw data, we are trying to transform data. Your question is this one. So data lake is there. So with the help of data lake, I can maintain the historical data. But question is that what? So some companies I don't want. Why I need to pay this? This S3 will be free, yeah? Tell me. No, against the cost. No. So why I need to pay for again S3? So I can go for directly, I can pay for Snowflake itself for raw data. That's what the point. So see, your point is that what we can maintain here, but some companies are following the second approach. Second approach, there is no concept of data lake. So Snowflake will access a data lake. So simple thing. So see, ETL process are expensive. Okay, simple thing. ETL process are expensive. I want to see my original data. Okay, see my original data. Okay, this is the function. So because of all these reasons, what happened? So DBT is coming to picture. So going forward, now listen carefully. Going forward, Snowflake or Redshift or Synapse or BigQuery will act as a data source. So we don't work on single. If I want to create a table, we don't work from Snowflake. We'll make some macros concept. If I want to work on any transformation logic, so we should make some DBT models. So snapshot concept. So if you see those are working, they can able to understand. So okay, see what happened going forward, this will access only for data storage purpose. All the heavy transformations will be done with the help of DBT. Right now, if you see any projects, no, those are working professionals or those have any contacts, no, check. So what happened? So DBT is using for transformation. This Snowflake or Synapse or Databricks, these are only for storing our data, just to see our data. So that's what the point. So whatever that heavy transformations, how can we doing with the help of DBT? So with the help of DBT, I can develop, I can test, I can deploy, so these are the advantages. So if I want to perform the same thing so suppose I want to work on SCDs. How can I perform SCDs? We should make of streams concept. We should create separate table, and we need to work on merge concept. We should make of task concept. With the help of DBT, what happened? There are inbuilt functionalities. Just to write the logic incremental, okay, we can able. If I want to work on SCDs, mix of snapshot, and I can able to make it working. Same thing if I want to work on testing things, there is testing, inbuilt testing functionalities so that we can able to make it. After developing what happens, see now if I want to work on one more column, so just to copy it, so Control C and paste it, we can able to make it working. So there is a concept of package start YAML concept is it. So this going forward, if you see each and everything, you get clarity on it. So one more time. So with the help of DBT, I can, if you know SQL, you can see what happened. Let me take one model or one macro. Tell me this is what? Line number 3. What is this line number 3? This is table creation. So what happened? So we'll create like this tables in Snowflake. So this is SQL concept. What is this one? Tell me what is this one? Line number 2. What is concept? Snowflake or SQL concept?
We are.
So we are setting the warehouse,
setting
the warehouse. Okay. See now what happened if you know SQL and Snowflake with the help of macros and models, we can associate. Prerequisite for SQL is prerequisite for DBT. Remember, if you want to work on DBT, 1 second. So you should know these concepts. What are the concepts? SQL statements. Why we require SQL statement? I want to work on the deduplication, null handling. So that's why we require SQL concept. If I want to create the KPIs, which makes of aggregate functions, analytical functions, joins, at least one data warehouse. Tell me why you require data warehouse? The reason because DBT have the storage, huh? Anyone?
No.
No.
DBT
So doesn't have any storage. So DBT need to connect to the any other data platform like Snowflake, Redshift. If you know DBT, you can work on the any of the data platform, Redshift, BigQuery, Synapse, table and its type. 1 second, let me complete. So table and type. What tables we are having in Snowflake? Transient tables, permanent tables, temporary tables. Tell me, so in the staging layer and intermediate layer, which type of table we should prefer generally for landing zones? Anyone any idea? Tell me in the landing zones or in the bronze layer or the silver layer or the intermediate layers or the staging layer, which type of tables prefer generally? What type of table you prefer? Transient table, because there is no fail-safe concept is there. Same thing views. What are the views we're having in Snowflake? Normal views, secure views, metallized views, temporary views. Tell me metallized views will use for mainly for what purpose? Metallized views mainly for what purpose? Mainly for performance. So secure use will be mainly for what purpose? Will work for secure use.
Security purpose, we cannot view the
Mainly
code.
for data sharing perspective will go for. Okay, what about normal use? Who will consume the normal use? The reporting people. So what is cloning concept? Nothing but table backup. What is time travel? Data recover. What is UDF and processor? Mainly for reusability. So if you know these concepts, so DBT can be learned easily. These are the prerequisites. SQL concept, the same thing. So see one more time. So with the help of DBT, I can, whatever we do with Snowflake or Redshift or BigQuery, we can do with easy, less code. With less code, we can able to achieve our thing. Their inbuilt testing functionality, their inbuilt modularity concept is their inbuilt. So SCDs and incremental, we can perform easily. So you need to put this mind, okay, this images. Okay, some companies are following this approach. Some companies are following this approach. So they are directly dumping into Snowflake. DBT, raw data, DBT is coming to picture like ELT pipelines. With the help of DBT, I can build the ELT data pipelines easily. With the help of DBT, develop, testing, deployment, documentation, data lineage, version control, ACDs, macros, reusable code concept. Okay, this all the functionality can be done easily with the help of DBT. So we'll see for each and everything in detail. Testing one, how to perform deduplication, how to the transmission, data lineage, documentation, how to integrate with our code, how to persist scheduling. Tell me how to suppose like I want to schedule a task every day, midnight, 1 a.m. Now, how to do generally in Snowflake? How to do? By using cron. Same thing. See, so task with the help of cron. Same thing here also. If you see what happens, see this is the orchestration. In the orchestration, We can go for create a job. We'll try to create a job. Okay, see job. So create a job. Okay, we can able to schedule. Now what happened? Run on schedule. So now I can go for cron. Okay, see, go for cron. You can put your stars. Okay, see, this is the functionality. You got the point. So see, this is the advantage of DBT. That's what the point.